Hi, everybody. All right, I want to make this video. It's going to be a special channeling or connection with Mother Earth. So, today I actually went on a little walk on a trail that I never walk on, and I was really enjoying myself and connecting with trees there. And there was one kind of off the beaten path, and I wouldn't know if it's maple or an oak or whatever. If the tree inspires me, then I just have to get to know it. And then how do you get to know a tree? It's pretty easy. You actually just take your hands and then you touch the tree, and then you use your third eye and you just eyes here, and then you actually look into the tree. So you're making an energetic connection now with the tree. It's very easy to do it. And so just like right now, I'm making an energetic connection with you, see? I'm looking into you, and then I'm using my eyes here too. Don't have to know who you are or what you look like to make an energetic connection, just like that. So I do that with the tree, and then the tree communicates with me. So I pulled off some bark from the tree. This is what it looks like. And then I was going to do a channeling to talk about what the experience was like. And then just what the tree was like too. So I'm just going to connect with the tree, and then I'll share some wisdom from it, okay? So there was this tree spirit that I was paying attention to, although I didn't see it so clearly. I could see it there, but it really came to me after I'd left and gone home. I sort of laid down and relaxed and meditated for a little bit. And so this spirit has sort of like a long blonde hair appearance, and then is sort of white skin. And there's some type of outfit that it wears too. There's a really extraordinary vibration to it as well. So I'm just going to close my eyes and then see what is wanted to be shared with humanity. It's really interesting. I'm just at the tree, and there's just a vibration that is really intense, and that's all there is right now. There is sort of a very brief image of some sort of creature with red eyes that's just running away really quickly. And so I touch the tree, and there's nothing there except a heartbeat of love from Mother Earth to me, and me then to Mother Earth. There's no darkness that can enter into the experience because it is of pure love. So how do you ensure that you're protected? You experience love, right? Darkness cannot tolerate love, and it flees from it. Darkness's greatest fear is love. So if you face darkness with love, what can it do? It try to intimidate you, it try and scare you, but you say no, love. And then you just keep forcing and expressing and sharing love, pure, pure love, until now you are the stronger force, right? And so there's something important about this. In the interaction with the tree, there was nothing else there, only the energy of love, and then my connection with it, wanting to learn and experience something more about nature. They said that I grew from the experience connecting with the tree. I grew too, like a tree, expanding in new ways. Trees grow their branches outward towards the sky, right? And they grow roots really deep and expand them out further deep. But as a human being, how do I grow? You expand your consciousness and your understanding and through experiences, right? So that's what they're saying, that I grew from it. It's amazingly quiet. I expected so much more information. I think that's because they wanted me to talk about the experience. So I decided to go on a different walk path, okay? And I see sort of like a beaten path off of the paved pathway, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to walk this and do something different, just sort of walk into the forest area. And so I do that, and I keep walking, and there's this random tree, and it's just huge. It's got really big arms, and the arms just seemed to branch out in just the perfect way. And I thought, man, if I was, 8 years old, I'd totally climb this tree, because it's an easy climbing tree. And then you can sit up in really big branches way up high and be totally comfortable doing it, because the branches are really big around too. And so I was just thinking about that, and I thought, man, I better go over here and just see what this tree is like. So I did the weirdo thing. Nobody's around, so you can be as weird as you want in nature. Like, nobody's around, just be whatever you want to be. It's perfect time to really connect with Mother Earth and trees and plants without feeling shy or embarrassed or weird or anything. And so I went to the tree, and so one thing I like about trees is each one has a different vibration to it. It's just like you could touch a rose quartz crystal and then touch a different rose quartz crystal and then touch a different rose quartz, and they all, although they're all rose quartz, they can all feel a little bit different, a little bit unique from the other. No two crystals are the same. No two snowflakes, no two trees, no two human beings, no two souls are the same. It's they're each, everything is uniquely different. And so when I touch a tree that really entices me, I do the hands thing, and then I look into the tree, and then I see what reflects back at me. And then I have a conversation. And in the conversation, I was sort of showing the tree memories I have of climbing trees. And what I liked about it was the way its branches were. And then I just sort of paused and relaxed, and I kept seeing an image of a child in the tree, and then I saw this other image of sort of a male figure, but I couldn't pull it out of the tree. I couldn't see it any further, and so I just accepted that was all there was to see. That's all there was, and I just chose to relax, absorb the energy from the tree, and that be it. And so you can have quite a buzzing experience. You can have a really soft. Some trees are really loud. Some trees are really quiet. It's fascinating. You have to try this out for yourself. So as I was sort of leaning up against the tree now and just sort of looking out around, I can feel the tree's energy going into my body, and then the sort of negative energy from my body is being absorbed into the tree, and the tree then healing me. It was so lovely to feel that. And instead of me having to journey and do all the journey work like that, it's really refreshing to have a natural sort of somewhere you can go, something that's so easy that can just heal you like this. You don't have to go to a spiritual healer. You actually just go into the forest, find a tree you really like, and then sit against it, touch it with your hands, share your feelings with it, and allow the tree to actually suck out all the negative energy and fill you with lots of positive energy. Trees are literally like electrical wires. When you're not touching them, when you're not interacting with them, you forget what trees are really all about. They're basically plant medicines connected with Mother Earth and the totally spiritual, awesome wisdom, awesome electrical energy, super healing, super wise. I mean, I don't know how else do you define it. So after I had this interaction, I walked on and then walked for a long ways, and on my way back around, there was quite a prairie and a lot of big old trees sort of dotting it. And so I thought, you know what, this tree right there, I'm just going to walk and walk through this prairie, and I'm going to go check out this humongous, massive tree just out here by himself. There's some other ones a little ways away. They're going to check this tree out. So then I did, and I touched the tree with my hands. And this energy sensation's different, right? So it's like, whoa, you're kind of different. And it was really boggling me, because the way this tree made me feel, it was kind of like the creepy ascension energy feelings. Where ascension energy sort of, it's a hand, right? And it grabs hold of a negative vibration within your infinite reflection, and it's pulling it up and out. And in the process of releasing the old, you get to taste it and feel like the barf coming up and coming out, and it makes you feel really uncomfortable. It's energy barf. And so I'm like, this tree is pulling up energy barf, and it feels really horrible, but I knew it was doing its job. I knew it was helping me. I knew it was healing me. And so anyway, I touched the tree for a while, and it was kind of really messy around, so I didn't really know how to sit down, but I was like, I'll just find a place to sit down. So I kind of moved some stuff over and then sat against the tree and sat there for about 10 minutes, and it was crazy. I'm just going to sound like a lunatic, but it's the real deal. I mean, you feel tree energy and it creates emotions in you. It brings back memories you haven't thought about in a long time. It releases stuff. I'm sitting up against this massive old tree, and it's just pulling up energy barf, and I'm just like getting overwhelmed by it. I'm getting creeped out by it. I feel I'm just starting to cry for no reason. I feel emotional, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, obviously I really needed this, right? And in about 10 minutes, I literally released just some really intense, just old energy, which was sort of in a mirage for a moment, for about 2 seconds, when I was like, oh my gosh, where'd you come from? And then it just disappeared into the nothingness, and I was like, I feel awesome. So I was pretty convinced that I was going to make a video and channel this tree that I pulled the bark off of, and then and talk about the one. I wasn't really sure if I was going to tell you my personal experience to just channel, but they're not really going to share a lot more than that. So I kind of have to tell you my personal experience with it. It's really good to know this kind of stuff. It's really good. If you're wanting to have more spiritual experiences, literally pick out a random tree in a prairie or somewhere, and it's just you and the tree, nobody else for a ways. And then literally sit against it and share your feelings with it like it's your best friend. You chose that tree for a reason. If you're not sensitive to energy, it's okay. You may not notice its connection with you, but you will notice when you feel like you'll feel a relief in your head, you'll feel a relief in your heart, you'll feel like you're balanced, and you know that it's okay to go back on the trail or move on with your day. And I'm telling you, trees are going to help release negative entities, release negative energy. I'm convinced they could release demonic forms very easily as well, because demons, negative entities, anything that is a reflection of the fear-based illusionary world, tree love and human body and oneness, nothing can tolerate that energy push. And that energy pushes out all the old and the gross and the no longer needed energy garbage that you don't need anymore. It's really effective. So let me see here if there's anything else I want to share about this. Okay, so they're wanting me to talk a little bit about, I'm like a super advocate for plant tinctures. I'm super advocate. So I started taking this redwood tincture, and I absolutely love it. And I've been like seeing redwoods in my healing, and I love the redwood wisdom. I love the way that it feels. So basically what is in this bottle is all of the plant spirit wisdom. And so you take part of the redwood and you put it in like an alcohol base, and then after it's sort of been sitting for a while, you drain it all out, and then what's left is the plant spirits and stuff. So there's a little bit of alcohol and then plant medicine sort of in here. It just helps you connect with nature. It's not gonna make you feel, you might notice that it's helping you with certain emotions, certain mental functions. It's all about raising your vibration and helping you perceive things in new ways through the interaction with the redwood and organic redwood matter and your organic body. And so I'm a huge advocate for anything that has to do with Mother Nature, plant interactions, healing with the trees and interacting with trees, all that kind of stuff. So that's all I have to say about that. Let's see if there's anything else they want to share. That's all I'm supposed to share for this video. It's just supposed to be a mini video about Abby's experience with trees and connecting with trees. So go touch a tree today and see what it's like. Don't just touch one. And touch a lot of them and see what you think, different, how they feel differently. And go to the tree that you notice that one. You've been walking on this pathway and you always see that tree. And everybody walks by it and you just never touched it before. Just go touch it and see what happens. And stand there with it. Don't just touch it for 10 seconds. Actually stand there with it and experience it healing your body, interacting with you, sharing wisdom with you. It's basically an electrical wire that is coming out of Mother Earth and is exploding with wisdom that is ready to touch your life and transform your experience. Totally easy, totally spiritual, and totally going to raise your vibration. I recommend it. All right. that's all I'm going to share for this video. So thank you for watching. And if you'd like to experience spiritual healing with me or a psychic reading, please visit my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.